Kal Halayim Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, Bahashim Rakakadash. This is Shalom Ba. I just want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, and double honors to the GMS elders and apostles that taught me this truth in the spirit. I'm not affiliated with GMS, but I do follow their doctrine. And I know a lot of Akim in the GMS camps that had taught me and have conversed with them on many subjects, and I was edified on it. Continue to grow in this truth. But what I wanted to come to you today with is a season and a journey that I'm walking, that I had to go over this weekend, about dedicating myself, being more disciplined to understanding, being in this truth. I hear brothers do videos all the time, but to new brothers come in this truth, to leave off all Christianity, to drop everything you learned and relearn this truth according to how this truth is supposed to be presented to the Israelites. So I had to tell myself, I got to be more disciplined in what? So I was disciplined in reading the Bible for 21 days in the morning and in at night, and then try to meditate on those words and watch the videos on the breakdowns, so that I could prepare myself to do videos to edify, the sheep, to edify other Akim out here that, might not have done a video on what I'm doing a video on. Most of the brothers are doing videos on prophecies. A lot of brothers doing just different videos, but you can be edified in different things, because throughout the day, you might not be in a prophecy mode. You might be in where, you need to be edified in different things, because we all go through throughout the day with different situations, different spirits hit you. You might be at work and you need a brother to calm you down, because you need to be calmed down, because Esau or any other of our enemy, like Moab or Ammon, so-called Asians, might get on your nerves. Or anybody at work. It might even be Jake, your own Israelite brother or sister that might be at work. But I'm not going to elaborate on that. We all know how it is when you're at work. But I just wanted to start studying more, practicing discipline, practicing on comprehending the precept upon precept. Repeat the information, thoroughly. Concentrate on that information and pray upon Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai that I would gain that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. When you first come into anything, it's always a slow grind. But when you know the stuff, then you get more confident in what you present. I studied the stock market for 7, 8 years, and actually 9 years. I've been in. I traded currencies since 2010, so it's 2019 now. But when I first started, I wasn't able to go head to head with some of those, traders that's been trading for years. But now I can go head to head on them. I can tell them where we at. I can tell them that the highs and the lows of the market, and where we are as a country. So the same thing I got to put in. If not, I have to put more in. Doing the will and the work of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. So it's kind of like, like I've said right here, looking at the stock market, this is just an example. This is an example that, if you look at this for the first time, you're not going to understand red and green, and these lines that you're looking at, these candlesticks, you know. But in due season, you will, just like anything else, you know. I just wanted to show you kind of like how the market is and how it is, but that has no relevance to the title, to what it is. But it's all about the discipline and not having the cares of this world, shifting your mind from this world into becoming a servant to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. So I'm gonna break out one scripture. I'm gonna go with Micah. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. So when I read that, I said, oh, I heard other brothers do video, but I had to read it for myself. So it said, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. So like I said from the beginning, everything that we learned was polluted, and that we're not supposed to be resting here. Most people who are Christians, they can care less if they did 10 more years here. They're cool with being in Edom's kingdom, because Esau had gave them a couple of cookie crumbs. They want those cookie crumbs that they're giving them, and so they're satisfied with it. And with us, us Akim who go on the highways and byways. Matter of fact, a testimony we have is woman that I don't like to call people what they are, but she always begging for money. But she be out there and she gets mad because when us in the Akim be out there preaching on the highways and the byways, she gets mad. She said, now I see why I'm not making no money, because y'all hate groupers out here, and so Jake don't want us, the Israelite woman, the Israelite Christianity, the brothers and the sisters in Christianity don't want us teaching this truth, because they are what? They're great here. They like that rest here. So it says, arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest. So you got to get your mind ready, switch it over, because it is polluted. Why is it polluted? Our people are want to stay in this illusion of what life is. What is life? Life is not America. It's being able to travel. You don't need a passport to travel. You don't need a license to travel. Every time you go somewhere, you gotta let Esau know. Your phone lets Esau know who you are. It shall destroy you. Yeah, it should destroy you. It's so polluted. So you gotta bring your whole mind out of Babylon. It shall destroy you, even with sword destruction. It's crazy. So I'm gonna get a precept, which Romans 12:12 is a beautiful precept. So this is Romans 12:2, and this is, and be not conformed to this world. That's why I just said from the beginning also, don't be conformed to this world. Create how to come out of this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. So what I just said, I had to change my whole mindset. And this is for 2 years, battling and still battle the spirit, But how you break the spirit and how you conform to Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai spirit, which is the Rekah Kakadash, is that you have to read. And that's what a lot of brothers and sisters don't want to do. And if they do, they don't want to be accountable, so they don't read. So then they can have their excuse. But when Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai comes, it ain't gonna be no excuses. So I'm gonna read Romans 12:2 again. And be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind, that ye may prove what is that good and acceptable and perfect will of Yahweh the Most High. So that's what like he said, the reshaping of the mind is renewing. What did it say? I'm gonna read the first part, because it's so vital to your everyday life. Because if you don't renew your mind, what do? So it said, and be not conformed to this world, but be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind. Because if you don't, we all go through it every day. I go through it. You get into this business world, you like, man, I'm listening to, Bloomberg. You be excited because you love business, and then all of a sudden you know that this world can't continue. It can't continue into a success. Just like one of the European banks is going to lay off, 18,000 people. But then they'll continue to say that the economy is doing good. When a bank is laying off people, then you know that this economy is not as strong as what they always make it perceived to be. So I'm going to go back. There's another precept. I think it was Jeremiah 51:6. Jeremiah 51:6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul, but not cut off in her iniquities. So he said, flee out of the midst of Babylon, which Babylon is the miracle. Flee out of the midst of her. What is she? She's the whore of Babylon. The beast shall hate the whore. This is Jeremiah prophesizing. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, and deliver every man his soul, but not cut off in her iniquities. What is the iniquities? All the things that they promise you. The American dream. For this is the time of the Lord Yahweh vengeance. So this is the time when the Most High is coming back for that vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense for all of the things they did. Put the children of Israel in slavery, bondmen, and then never let them go. And still haven't let us go until this day. It is still 2019, they haven't let us go. Because everything that we had created in America, Americans, which is the so-called Edomites, red Hebrew Edomites, are reaping the benefits of the gifts and the jewels of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. And who else done reap the benefits? We'll go to Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord Yahweh's hand, that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine. So who's the other nations? Mammon, so-called Japanese, Moab, so-called China, Elam, so on and so on. If you're not so-called Negro, so-called Native American, so-called Hispanic, and 12 tribe of Israel, you are an enemy. So I just wanted to do a couple more. I think I got one more scripture. Let me see if it's pertaining to this topic. I had another scripture. Let me see what it is. Proverbs 30:7. God said, 2 things have I required of thee. Deny me them not before I die. So this is kind of like what the Most High was saying. It's off subject, but it's still kind of in relevance to it. Remove far from me vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty or riches. So yeah, this is kind of just going into where Solomon was saying. I remember going back to this. Solomon wrote Proverbs, right? So he was saying, 2 things have I required of thee. Deny me them not before I die. Remove me from the vanity. So you can kind of put this to this world. Remove me of this vanity and lies. Give me neither poverty or riches. Just give me my daily bread right now. Feed me with the food convenient for me. Yeah, don't make it hard for me. Least I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord Yahweh? Yeah, if you get too much of this world, you'll deny the Most High, because you'll be on Esau's world. You saw that with all the Israelites that's in, who are professionals, who making good money. He said, least I be full and deny thee and say, who is the Lord Yahweh? Or least I be poor and steal and take the name of the Most High in vain. If you too poor, you'll go against the Most High, because you'll be mad. So this is what he was saying. But this is what I was coming to conclude, is that you want to be in the right mind, so that you can meditate on his word day and night, and enter a new season, a new journey, so that when Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua come back, hopefully you'll be in position